What's up YouTube? Today's mission is to show you guys the best and proper way to clean up these trash caveman Jordan 4s. In today's episode of Shoe Care Academy, I'm going to break down step by step on how to go about cleaning up the sneaker the right way. For a sneaker like this, you want to make sure you approach it correctly with the right techniques and the right tools. Today I'm going to be using Reshoevn8r's Essential Shoe Cleaning Kit to give the shoe a proper deep clean and set it out. As you can see, these shoes are well decorated with leaves, dirt, grass, grime, all of the above. But with a little TLC, we'll get these looking just right. So let's get to work. First things first, we're gonna put the left shoe to the side and only focus on the right for before and after purposes. Now there's three parts to the shoe, the shoelace, and the insole. Let's take it apart. Actually, there's four parts. Freaking leaves. I don't even know how they end up inside shoelaces. I feel like it goes without saying, but when a shoe is this beat up, you want to make sure you take everything apart, the shoelace and the insole, clean those up separately. Also, you need to be able to get underneath the laces. As you can see in the netting, there's a lot of trapped in dirt, grass, all that stuff all around. The only way to get into it is by removing the shoelace. Let's put this to the side. We don't need it right now. As far as the shoe goes, I am going to be using our Reshoevn8r Essential Shoe Cleaning Kit. What this kit comes with is all three brushes, soft, medium, and stiff. You need all three brushes to do a cleaning correctly. That's important. It also comes with our 4-ounce bottle solution. This stuff is highly concentrated and key to any cleaning. And our microfiber towel. We'll also need a mat to keep everything nice and neat, dry rack and bowl combo to keep everything nice and organized, fresh water right here as well, and lastly, a shoe tree. This is going to help with a couple different things. It's going to help reshape the sneaker once it's fully dried and cleaned up. And also, it allows me to apply pressure on the toe box without any issues. I'm going to adjust the correct size on this and put it in the sneaker. Now, I always say this with any cleaning, prep is key. That means we got to dry brush the entire sneaker. In this specific situation, it's a must. As you can see, there's a ton of mud, ton of grass just sitting on the surface. If I was to just grab a soft bristle brush, put in water and solution, all I'm going to be doing is creating a muddy mess all around the sneaker, pushing the dirt deeper into the materials, and not really cleaning up the shoe. To make things a lot easier for this cleaning and to get the best results possible, I'm going to put the water to the side. We don't need it right now. Same thing with the solution. I'm only going to be focusing on the soft bristle brush and the medium bristle brush dry. I'm going to hit the entire shoe back and forth, back and forth. I want to get as much of this stuff off as possible. Take your time with this step. Sometimes it takes me 5 minutes, sometimes it takes me 30 minutes, but the step is key. I'm gonna start with the medium bristle brush. This has stiffer bristles. A lot of this mud is pretty dry. This is the only brush that's gonna get it off. Little by little, you're gonna see the shoe clean up nicely without using any water or solution. Again, take your time with this step, enjoy the process. It's actually pretty satisfying. We're not quite there yet, but we're making some progress. Some of this mud is on there pretty good. I'm gonna grab a small pick. It's sharp, but not that sharp. You wanna go over the material and kind of scrape at it. This shoe is suede, so it's not gonna cause very much damage, but if you're working with a leather sneaker, be careful, you don't wanna scratch the material. Much, much better. 15 minutes later, we got a clean, dirty base to work with. Real quick, I'm gonna put this shoe to the side and do the exact same thing with the insole. After that, I'm gonna clean up my station. That's what this mat is for. As you can see, we have leaves, grass, and dirt. We don't wanna put that back onto the shoe. I'm gonna go outside, give it a good shake. Same thing with this brush. As you can see, we did a lot of dry brushing with it. The bristles are all brown. We don't want to put that back onto the shoe, so I'm gonna go to the sink and give it a good rinse. Now to keep it moving, we need to give the shoe a proper deep clean using our 4-ounce bottle solution and some water. I'm gonna squirt 2 squirts. 2 squirts is all you need. This stuff is highly concentrated. Now the first brush I'm going to be using to give this shoe a good scrub is a soft bristle brush. This is the best brush to use for any cleaning to start off with. It creates the most suds and it breaks down the dirt the fastest on any upper. I'm going to go all around in a circular motion until I see all these grass stains and dirt stains fully off. Give it a good shake, mix up that solution and water. As I was scrubbing, I could see a lot of green suds coming up. Those are from the grass stains. I'm not done with the uppers, but just to remove it, I started patting it down dry so I can have a semi-clean shoe before I give it another pass over. All right, you guys, I think I'm all done with the soft bristle brush. I will say this is a sneaker I've cleaned in the past, so I have some experience working with a specific shoe. I oversaturated the shoe for a couple of different reasons. For one, the grass stains and dirt was trapped inside that shoe. The only way to remove it is by giving a good scrub. The second reason is, I know for a fact the shoe does not bleed like crazy. There's other shoes like the Raging Bull 5s, Tokyo 5s, that as soon as you put water in solution, it starts to bleed like crazy. In this situation, that doesn't really happen with this color. So with that being said, you can give it a good cleaning, oversaturate the material if you need to. You'll get some great results at the end. You just gotta dry brush it to get it back to its original texture. I'll show you that in just a second. Don't forget, with the Jordan 4s, you wanna make sure you hit all the points behind the wings, plastic eyelets, and behind the back tab. Those are areas where dirt always gets trapped. Next brush, medium bristle. For this one, I'm really just gonna be using it on the midsoles, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna grab the insole and give that one a good scrub as well. Before we move on to the stiff, let's take care of this insole as well. Like I always say, make sure you hit the insole, the lace, and anything that's on the shoe. You might as well, you have everything set up. You don't wanna have a sneaker that's just clean on the outside when the inside matters as well. 2 brushes down, the last one is a stiff bristle brush. This brush, you only wanna use it on the outsoles. This has some really stiff bristles. Don't ever use it on the uppers, you'll cause some damage. For the soles, the best way to go about it is in a circular motion, back and forth. Basically, the more pressure you apply, the better results you're gonna get. So you can see all around the grooves, there is dirt trapped inside. The goal is to get the sole looking as dead stock as possible. In my opinion, cleaning up the soles is one of the easiest things when it comes to a shoe, but you do want to watch out for any of that grimy, dirty water dripping onto the uppers. You don't want to have to go back and do more work. That's what I call a night and day difference. Sole is looking brand new. Now here in AZ, it's already pretty dark, so I'm gonna put these next to a fan, let them dry overnight. Tomorrow morning, we'll come back and see what they look like. For now, I'm gonna put this to the side. Final step is to give the shoelace a final cleaning with the leftover water and solution. I'm gonna rinse these in the sink, let everything dry. Tomorrow morning, we'll wrap it up. Cleaning is complete, shoes fully dried. One thing to expect with this sneaker, once it's all cleaned up, the suede is not gonna be buttery soft. Right now, the material is pretty stiff. Before we can keep it moving, we gotta get it back to its soft texture. For this, I'll be using a clean, medium bristle brush. I'm gonna brush in all different directions until the suede feels good. Check this out. This is a sign right here that the suede is back to being buttery soft. I freaking love this. However, we did lose some color during the cleaning process. Remember, I did oversaturate the sneaker, trying to get all those grass stains off. By doing so, some of the color did come out. To bring it back, we're gonna be using some Reshoevn8r mink oil and our horsehair brush. All we need is a couple of coats. For this process, I'm gonna spray it directly onto the horsehair brush to have better control of the mink oil. I'm gonna brush it all around the sneaker in a circular motion. I'll probably do this 2 to 3 times until the color is spot on. You don't wanna overdo it. You can easily turn suede into leather by taking it on. You don't want that. Like a brand new sneaker. Let's lace them up. Clean insole. Cleaning is fully wrapped up. When it comes to the Keystone Jordan 4, they're 100% safe to clean up. You should have no issues at all. The key to this one was the prep work. As you can see on the before, they were covered in grass stains, mud, dirt, all types of stuff. I guarantee you, if I would have just grabbed the brush and dunked in the solution and started cleaning up the sneaker as is, I would have not got the same results that I got right here. The one thing you might deal with though is losing color on the suede, but I just showed you guys it's an easy fix using a Reshoevn8r mink oil. For this cleaning, all I used was a Reshoevn8r Essential Shoe Cleaning Kit, 3 brushes and solution. In the future though, if this shoe gets extremely beat up, covered in stains and odors, I feel like the shoe could go in the washing machine, and once we take it out, it'll come back to life. Just by working with the suede, it's good quality. I'll have to test it out in the future. You can find all the Reshoevn8r products and more at Reshoevn8r.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Vic Almighty. I'll catch you guys on the next one.